Here we are again. We'll see how this goes. This is the N series auction. This is N01. It's a Dalton resharpened with serrations. It's made from a medium quality Georgetown flint, mid-grade. The length on this one, three and a quarter or thereabouts. 1 1/8 wide. All right. There's going to be 9 items in the auction. Second on the list, N02, is a resharpened Kirk. Funny how the serrations, when I would look them up, how to do these, they're very similar to serrations on a Dalton. Funny how that works. The base is ground. The type of chert is probably a Texas, but I have not seen this type before. It's got a little bit of concrete right there, so it's kind of a mystery chert. I'm not sure exactly where I got it. Resharpen Kirk or a pine tree, right? I tried to get the base a little bit wider. I've seen very wide bases, but to me those look like resharpened Thebes. If the base is really wide and bulbous, it looks like a Thebes to me. But you guys can correct me on that if I'm wrong. All right. Next item, N03, is a Texas chert Clovis. A couple of flutes or a couple of thinning flakes there, and one good one on this side. 3 inches. I think this is a heat treat. The one previous, N02, this pine tree, I think this is a heat treat, but it could be raw chert. I'm not sure exactly. All right, this one is raw, I do believe. It was very crunchy near the tip, difficult to get that cleared up. It ended up being much shorter than I wanted. It flaked here in the middle very well and on the base very well. Okay. Next is a Shumla type N04. These are found on the border with Texas, northeast Mexico. This is kind of elaborate with some really intense serrations on it. Translucent. This is a heat treat. 2 7/8 by 1.5 inches. Yeah, these are made from gravel cherts in the areas where they were made. So that's what I think this is, some sort of gravel chert heat treated. But I can't remember exactly where it came from. But it's got some nice coloration. Okay. Yeah, I think it may have changed a little bit and got more pinkish with the heat. Okay, next is a blade that I was working on this morning. Actually, I got up early. N05. This is what you call a trade blank, because I didn't finish it. I was working on it early this morning, trying to get some more stuff ready for the auction, but I'm just too sleepy to thin this down without breaking it, so I'm just leaving it like this. 5.5 inches long. This is a mid-grade Georgetown. Very similar to what this Dalton's made from, but it's a little bit better quality. If you wanted to reduce it down, you could, or just use it as is, or display it, you know, whatever. Next is a couple of practice points. N06. I was going to offer this Dalton practice point with the other Dalton, but I decided just to keep these two together. This is a plain view, and this is a Dalton, right? They're just practice points. I did not flute this one, right? I just kind of thinned it a little bit. So I'm calling it a plain view. 3 1/4 long. The Dalton's about 3 inches long. Semi-translucent. Same material. Same exact stuff. Probably off the same nodule. Everything is ground on the bases and sides on the lower parts. Okay. Alright, since we don't have very many items, I'm including some bifaces and big pieces here just to round it out. I got a big chunk of Georgetown I was spalling and bifacing, but there's still quite a bit left on it. And I think I did this one on video. Yeah, I did this one on video. Bifaced it. So I'm offering these together as item N07. 2 large bifaces. This is a higher grade Georgetown, and this is very similar to Owl Creek chert, but it's a tan and kind of a greenish color. It's raw. Both of these are raw pieces, but they flake very well. All right, the large Georgetown biface is 9 1/4 by 6 1/4. And this one here, 6 inches exactly by about 3 1/4. Okay, and these will fit into a medium flat rate box, so I'll just ship them priority, medium flat rate. Okay, so bid more than 16 bucks. All right, next I've got a box of sample flakes. N08 is a box of random flakes, samples of different cherts and stuff. This one actually is not a chert. This is one of the little spalls that came off the mystery obsidian video. This is a little flake off of some very tough, very tough Texas chert. Piece of Georgetown. I think this, I'm pretty sure this is going to be very high grade. Georgetown, medium grade. I don't know. Maybe it's a higher grade. The lighter colors tend to be a higher grade, but it's difficult to determine until you start flaking on it. I flaked on it a little bit, but I don't remember how easy this was. It looks like it's pretty easy. This is a piece of heat treat, West Texas. This is a piece of that Owl Creek looking stuff. This is the tan chert raw from that one. This is a dark piece of Georgetown, another dark Georgetown. Some people don't like working with the darker Georgetown because it does snap easily, but it's one of my favorites because I can make very delicate and intricate bird points with this stuff. It naps extremely well on a small scale, especially with serrations and stuff. Alright, I'm offering these. This is a piece of black amoeba chert raw from Texas. A couple of flakes, a few flakes of Rainy Buttes. Some more of that tan chert, same as this. High grade Georgetown of a lighter color variety. Yeah, these are all lighter color variety Georgetown, very high grade. Some of the best Georgetown. Some root beer flakes. Yeah, root beer chert flakes. Just random stuff that I picked up from Debitage at the Nap-In. A flake of Buffalo River heat treated, 2 flakes, Buffalo River heat treat. This is from a video, I think, a little spalling video of this strange Texas chert, very, very tough. So it's raw, very tough. A piece of heat treat gravel. I don't know where this came from. It's Texas stuff though. It's just very interesting to pressure flake. High grade stuff, very high grade. And this is a piece of Texas chert skinned off the surface of a nodule. I think it is raw, but it's hard to tell. Okay. So I think it'll fit with all that. I wrap each one of these individually if I can with cling wrap, so I think it'll all fit in there. I don't know if I actually put the number in. N08. Okay, box of flakes, random flakes. N09 is a box of bifaces. Okay, let me do this in the beginning, show the number in the beginning of the description. I will pre-populate the comments and then put the item numbers and the little timestamp where each item number is shown in the video. Alright, so this is a Georgetown medium grade. Georgetown dark, very tough. I would consider that medium grade as well. This is a Georgetown piece as well. Another medium grade. Let's see. Yeah, I got a higher grade here. This is a much higher grade. Well, not much higher grade. These are very similar. So I would rate this like this. Let's see. Do I have another Georgetown? Yeah, I got another one. All right, so these are all Georgetown. I would rate this the best, and then this, then this, then this, then that. This is the lowest grade because it has concrete in it. All right. But these are already thinned somewhat. That's not. This biface here, 4 1/8 inches long. I'll just measure each one. So yeah, like I said, this would be the best grade, then that, then that, then this. It just keeps getting tougher and tougher. Alright, so this one is 3 inches, 3 3/4, 3 1/4, and 2 15/16, 4 1/8. Okay. This stuff here is a raw chert. I think it is from this spalling video. Yeah, I was going to make something out of it. When I spall this out, this was one of the spalls during the spalling process. This is one of the spalls that came off of that nodule. But I didn't have a chance to finish, so I'll offer it as a biface. This particular piece is also Texas chert. This is from the nap bin. I did not make this. I saved this from the trash bin. It's extremely tough. It's got some really good, really nasty concrete there and a little bit at the tip. The guy working on it obviously didn't think it was worth it, so he chucked it in the trash. But it can be heat treated. Probably around 400 degrees, it would be my guess. And it will get glossier and more glass-like and probably easier to nap, unless you're one of those guys that likes to use really tough raw stone or use it as a tool of some sort. These two are West Texas heat treat. This is bifaced out pretty much. This one was just barely. I just started hitting on this morning. It's very high grade. It's higher grade than this. They're both, let's see, I think it's both West Texas heat treat, but this may be a Keokuk. It's hard for me to tell the difference sometimes. So I would Gosh, I would make it a 50-50. It's either West Texas heat treat or Keokuk. Alright, heat treated piece of Buffalo River, 620 degrees Fahrenheit. It's got a little bullseye type thing going on. This little one here, similar to this type of chert right here, but it's not the same nodule. It's off a different nodule, and I think it may be heat treated. I may have heat treated this one a long time ago. This one is a very, very tough piece of Texas chert. It's like a silicified sandstone. I'm including this just because it's kind of cool looking as far as the colors go, but nappability, I would rate this as one of the lowest grades that you can actually nap. Lowest grade of chert that you can actually nap. Some quartzites are actually better than this. Hixton would be better than this. Rhyolite would sometimes nap better than this, because when you hit the edges, it crushes, right? It requires a tremendous amount of energy to remove a flake. So the way I was flaking this one was to use an aluminum mallet on a steel rod, so I wouldn't lose any energy at all in the hits. So my aluminum mallet or billet, it's actually a billet, right? But I can use it as a mallet. Indirect percussion with a steel rod to nap this. I did this with indirect percussion. Okay, just to keep it in mind, it's extremely tough. This is another extremely tough piece of chert. I would rate that just slightly better. This one's just slightly better than that. They both look like some kind of silicified sandstone, which is very difficult to nap, but it can produce some interesting tools, right? They don't wear down easy. They don't break when you drop them, so that's the advantage. Okay, so there you go. 9 items in the auction. If you decide to wait until the last minute, I might not see your comments, which are your bids. I might not see them, so just be aware. YouTube time is not real time. Sometimes it's off by a minute or two, right? So you may bid according to your clock at the correct time or within the time limit, but YouTube time says no. So I'll just say that sorry, or I'll say oops, YouTube time says you're too late if you decide to wait until the very last minute. If you don't see something that you want, just email me. If you have any trouble with any items after you receive them, email me. If you end up losing the auction to someone who bid lower than you but sooner than you, and YouTube says, well, you're too late, just email me and I'll try to produce a duplicate for you. Okay, if you're still interested. Let's see. Yeah, anything else you can think of, just put it in the comment section when you're commenting or bidding in the auction. I will be monitoring the comments all day. And it ends tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, which is 8 Central, 7 Mountain, and 6 Pacific. Okay? Alright, that's it for today. I'll have much more next week. Cross my fingers. I didn't have much time this week. Alright? Okay, good luck.